Hey.
Good morning.
Focus, Lizzle.
Good morning. I did it, though. I got it right this morning.
Yeah, she got it right, y'all. She shared it on Facebook, okay? We are making progress week by week.
Every week.
Welcome back to Beautyish Radio, where we talk about beauty brains.
And all that is.
Yes, and I am Joy M. Hutton, founder of On The Go Glam.
And I am Lydia Evans, founder of SW&G Essentials, better known as Swag Essentials.
Yes. So it is a new day here today. And this is our favorite day of the week because we get to cut up.
Yes.
And
I look forward to this.
Yes, I know. It's so
I reserve
fun.
it all.
Yes. Had a rough morning this morning, but I was
Lord, she came in. Mike, tell him she was a tyrant. She came in on our head top, baby. Let me tell you, she was just listening. It's been a day.
I'm like, having a rough morning. I don't know what's going on, but I was having a rough morning. It's just one of them days.
Well, I mean, damn.
You know?
I love it.
But that's okay.
That's my gist.
I see my shining face right here, and she makes me feel all better. So
thank you,
I'm glad to be here today.
Me too.
And as always, y'all, this is not your grandmama's podcast.
No, it's not. So, an F-bomb or 2 or 10 will be dropped.
It is not. I think we've decided it's not PG-13, right?
Well, I never, you know what I mean? I just go with what she says. She's the boss
Lydia
of me.
wants it to be rated R, you know?
I don't want to be.
Look at her trying to be all innocent now. She don't have a glasses.
I don't have my glasses.
Today, right?
That's what's missing.
Just the glasses.
I'm going to wear them next week for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good morning, Sandy. There's Sandy.
Where's she at?
Sandy is online. We have Darylyn. Hey, Maurice.
Hey, Maurice.
Our number one fan.
Oh.
Maurice is our number one fan.
He said I'm in that thing.
Yes, exactly. Hey, Patricia. Thank you for joining us. All right, guys. We are back for another show of Beautyish Radio. And you know how we like to start the morning. But before we do that, as you see Lydia sipping over here.
I said I was going to wait for you, too.
Right. She
did.
didn't wait. We're going to cheers, and we're going to tell you a little bit about what we're drinking today.
But what we toasting to?
I don't know.
You can't be just clinking glasses and shit. No toast. Where's the toast?
See, she on my ass this morning. You know what I'm saying? We just on each other's ass. We're cheering.
That's for sure.
We're cheering to a better day, the better rest of the day. Okay, because it's been one already.
That's what we. Okay, awesome.
Yes.
You want to do it again? Are you into that or
she
something?
Just
she keeps wanting to do it. I don't understand
what
you're
doing.
Okay, that's it.
All right.
Put yours over there.
All right, Lydia. So we are drinking this morning. This is compliments of Montfleur du Vin. And this is a young brother out of Massachusetts. He's a young brother, young Haitian brother. He's like 24 years old. He started his wine company.
I like it.
So, and this is a Gewürztraminer. So for those of you who like sweet, like Riesling, it kind of falls into that family. But not as sweet, because I can't do the sweet. I'm a red wine girl. So, I like the red wine.
And tartar.
So that's what with the tartar.
With the tartar.
I love the tartar.
Yes.
So, hello, Shelly. Hello, Gwendolyn. Thank you all for joining us. Okay, guys. So, yes, we like to start. And why my daddy? He always be calling during Beautyish. You know what time I do Beautyish. So, all right, guys. So, we like to start the week off with the beauty of the week. So let's go ahead and pop up this week's Beauty of the Week. Yes, Lady Gaga.
Yay, Lady Gaga.
Yes, we just saw her at the inauguration. She was blowing them pipes.
Yep.
But, one of the things I love about Lady Gaga is that she is unapologetic.
Extremely.
Yes.
And I think that's what it takes in life.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what it takes.
Yes.
To be unapologetically yourself.
Unapologetic.
I tell all my friends and close people, be unapologetic.
Yeah,
do it, because when you're just going to hate yourself for being unapologetic in the long run.
And I think that this also applies to business as well. And just life in general. We always try to fit into everyone else's boxes, but what do you really want to do?
Right, absolutely.
Who do you really want to be? Who are you? Do you even know who you are?
Right, no, absolutely.
So I think that I love Lady Gaga because she is just like, say what you want to. I'm gonna put a big ass bird on my chest.
No, she doesn't care at all. She doesn't care at all, and I like that about her.
Yeah, I do too.
No rhyme, no reason.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that.
Yes. So yeah, I love Lady Gaga, and we're gonna talk more about how that plays into business.
Yeah.
And
and how the relationships in your personal life.
Yes.
Play into the success of your business.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, direct correlation.
Do people accept you for who you really are,
right,
or who they want you to
be? Because at a certain point, the mask off.
Right.
Hey,
take the mask off. Mask off.
Hey. No, I'm not doing this today. Because she's gonna do it eventually, y'all. We're gonna convince her to do it, and she gonna be just.
I'm not. Here she goes. Here she goes. Listen, we hope you guys have been catching the episodes on All Things Podcast or YouTube, because I know you guys like to watch us cut up sometimes. It's different from hearing us on the podcast network. So we hope you guys have been tuning into that. And thank you to those of you who have already subscribed and are listening on both the podcasts. We just announced this past weekend that we're on iHeartRadio. We would have been announcing, but we're now on iHeartRadio.
Yep.
So I'm excited
that's another
about
reason
that.
to clink a glass.
She just wants to clean glasses, and drink. Right. Yes. So yes. Hey Karen, good morning. So yeah, we are on iHeartRadio now, so you all have plenty of listening options, so no excuse.
No excuses at all.
You know that the format of the show here, we like to do our beauty of the week. We get into a little business. We give you your girl shut up. So you only get all of that if you tune in.
No, that's it. That's all.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes. So yeah, so we're going to get into this business thing.
Yep. I see. That's why I don't need this on my phone, because now I'm looking at it. I'm trying to look at you, look here, look there, look this,
Focus.
Drink this.
Focus.
Stay engaged. Shit, girl.
She can't focus this
morning. This morning.
Not this morning. It's just, I don't know.
It's this morning.
It's something in the water, y'all. Because listen, I think I forgot to put deodorant on this morning.
And you see what I mean? Because this is the truth of it. We're in the thick of it right now.
Hey, I'm just being honest.
This is the truth of it. This is life. This is entrepreneur life.
I need to wash my hair. It's dirty. I tried to do a little
boss
something
life.
new.
Yes.
But guess what?
She over here just ungroomed.
I am unapologetically.
She's unapologetically.
Ungroomed. Hey.
No. Y'all, she doesn't have any weird smell under her underarms.
No odors. Thank God.
She's odor-free.
Thank God. Afia said that's too funny. Listen, I'm just telling the truth, Afia. If you saw me close up today, you like,
y'all don't know her like
dirty.
I know her. Audra know you.
Audra
know your ass.
Audra would definitely know.
I don't know. Y'all don't understand. She's a whole one.
Why you putting me out there like
putting you
that?
out there.
You see, this is real love.
Yep.
Only your friends will tell you the truth about yourself.
Yep.
And that's what we're talking about.
And that's what you need.
That's what we're talking about.
And then what about in relationships? What about love ships?
Love ships.
Do you need the truth in that?
You do.
Do you need the truth? Do you need a
need
true
all
partner?
The truth. Yes, I need a true partner. I need the real.
Because what if you meet a guy and then he's not what you think he is?
Don't we do that
what
all
if you
the
get a
time?
business partner and then they're not what you...
Yeah. There's people like that, friends.
And then a friend.
Too.
That's how I'm working my way through the whole line.
Yeah, the whole list.
A relative.
A relative, all of the
above. Dog. What about a dog?
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
what if you get one of those?
Right.
What if you get a house and it's not, you know what I mean?
No, and it's not, your house is not a home.
There's a fine line between that and paranoia. We're just sitting there just, what about a car?
Mask off.
That's it. Crazy
Mask off.
Crazy on, crazy off.
You just
be consistent.
Exactly. Be consistent.
That's
I don't want to see a Capricorn sister in the house. That's right. We a real one. Yeah, Patricia Riley.
Oh, yeah.
Holla at your girl.
I've done that before. Right.
Listen,
that's what Afia said.
Yeah, Afia said I've done that too before.
That's
yes,
too
exactly.
funny.
Sometimes you just,
Y'all
gotta let it go.
Y'all are silly.
Sometimes you just gotta let it go.
But at least we know we're not alone.
Yes, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not alone.
Absolutely.
Listen, y'all, we'll cut up all day then, not talk about anything that we were supposed to.
No, we did that a couple episodes ago.
Right.
Now, last episode we was good.
We were very structured.
The one before that. But that was your birthday.
Yes. We had to turn up for the birthday.
How can you sit in here,
Yeah. It's just not right. It's just not right.
So,
okay. So let's talk about how all of this, being unapologetically yourself falls into the business space.
Right.
Because again, like you may like, for example, if you started off selling cupcakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you start trying to sell turkey legs.
Right, absolutely.
That's not being authentically yourself.
No, absolutely.
You know darn well.
Yeah, right.
You're a baker,
right?
And you don't need to be making turkey legs.
Right.
So I think people try to stretch themselves to fit into the boxes that people want them to fit in instead of staying in their lane.
Absolutely.
And so I think that we have to do some self-reflection.
Yes, absolutely.
And so there's the individuality part of that, and then you have how that translates into the overall picture of relationships.
Yeah.
How that crosses over into the people that you interact with, the people that you bring into your circle.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I definitely agree with that. I think that you have to almost form like this invisible bubble, like this, I don't know, like this shield around you that it's like a filtration system. Mm-hmm. I think as you grow yourself, it becomes like a filtration system, and it becomes something that's more a way of being. You almost know what's for you and what's not for you, and that's for any form of a relationship. Mm-hmm. But I think that they all go in together.
Right.
Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think they all go in together. So I think that one affects the other. Like your friendships affect your relationships, as far as your romantic relationships affect your business ships.
Yeah.
When my relationship was at its shittiest place, so was other things in my life.
Yeah.
And when I've had bad, like friendships and family ship moments, it does trickle over.
Yeah, it does.
And so, I'm a big proponent now. I mean, I had to learn that. I think that, and one part of it is just the learning aspect. You got to learn how to control your emotions and control yourself. And that's not easy in the beginning because you're still a human behind what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that for me, I just went through this process of shedding, and I realized that was a lot of dead weight around me, and it was very hard for me to move forward in my business and move forward in my life until I kind of cleared up that pipeline.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think, when you start thinking, and it all ties back to authenticity, right?
Oh, yes.
Because, you, especially, again, going back to business, because that's what we're talking about, people are drawn to you more.
Yeah.
When you are authentic and they sense that authenticity about you, and they're like, and I think that's why people like us, because they're like, oh yeah, they're real ones.
You attract the right, you attract the little reflections of yourself.
Yeah. And when you're not authentic, then you attract them goons.
And you're attracting reflections of yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think that authenticity is everything, and in authenticity in business, just some ways to do that is just be you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to, again, like we were saying earlier, be unapologetically you. You don't have to explain to anyone why you are passionate about what you're passionate about, why you're doing what you're doing, because I know with me, like, for example, people will try to put me in a box, and I'm not one to be put in a box. I like a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have a consulting firm, you have a beauty business, and then, and I want to start a wine bar too.
Right, absolutely.
And I'm going to.
Absolutely.
And so I think, however, all of those things are core to who I am.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm really stretching myself too far outside of my box.
Absolutely.
Now if you just go and start businesses that you have no personal attachment to just to be making money, then you just seem very scattered.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So I think when you're really aligned with your purpose, like wine and entrepreneurship, that's my life.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Absolutely. Wine, beauty, entrepreneurship.
Clearly.
That's my life. Right here. On floor devant. So that is very much a core part of who I am. So when I talk about these things, it's not a surprise to people.
Right, absolutely.
If I said I was going to have a car wash, now that would be like, Joy, what are you doing?
Right. Just
car
wash. Right.
So
I think at a certain point you get to a point where you can kind of play.
Yeah, exactly.
I think certain, like you're talking about the oligarchs and
right.
They have so much money, they'll just be like, okay, I'm going to get in the landscaping business.
Right.
because they have so many other things that's just going really well for them.
Exactly.
But I think when you're on that initial success track to kind of get your foundation in order to get to that next piece, that next stage, I think that it's important to really stay focused on its core. But I do feel like sometimes when you do have a colorful side, like for instance, you do have other things you want to do other than entrepreneurship, but there's a portion of you that needs to express yourself through wine and hospitality. There's a portion of you that needs to do that. So if there's something within you that you feel like it needs to come out, and it's opposite or isn't directly related to what you have going on, I think it's important that you do act on it. Because if you suppress it, then it's like there's so many other purposes and talents that you have that are just so deeply embedded in you that as you mature, they kind of manifest. So I think it has to go with like you gauge it yourself on the inside, like, you know what I mean? But I have seen some people. But I also think that in business you can definitely tell when it's done strictly for opportunity,
like an investment opportunity.
Like I mean, even on its. I don't know. Yeah.
And like you were saying, if you just want to start buying up certain business, those are investment opportunities. But then you have your passion projects. You know.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So I think that it's levels. It's like we keep always saying that every episode. It's levels to this. It's levels because it's like when you get to certain levels, you just can play with your money. In so many ways. And on like if you say, oh, this is a snow cone stand, you be like, okay, well let me give a few $1,000. And you just flip that little money or whatever. That's not literal, but you understand what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that, like, again, what we're talking about in the earlier phases and the core of your business needs to be at its absolute core, the thing that is your most biggest passion.
Right.
So I understand what you're saying about being an entrepreneur and then having a love for wine. And the hospitality arena. And then just gradually, but you also strategically place yourself in a place where your entrepreneurship business and your consulting business, you do a lot of things that surround around the hospitality.
Exactly.
So that when you shift into that, it's going to be
not a surprise.
Flawless finish.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a surprise. So, yeah, I mean.
That's strategy too.
Right.
So, again, I mean, even with this, while we're talking about that, you can have all the ideas in the world. If you don't have strategy to go along with that part, you're screwed. Because it will appear to be that way.
Yeah.
You have to kind of incorporate that in. You know, some kind of way into what you have going on where it's like it's a flawless kind of transition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But, but it's all me.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying it's all me. Like it's what I want to do.
All the parts of who you are.
All
Absolutely,
the parts of who
Joy.
I am.
Oh yeah.
And I tell people that all the time because they're like, well, people, tell me I should just focus on one thing at a time. Absolutely, you should focus on one thing at a time. I didn't start On the Go Glam until Joy of Consulting was established, and I'm not going to start, my wine bar until there's a solid foundation with On the Go Glam. So I think you do again have to be strategic about how you launch different projects and how you maneuver in certain spaces. Yeah. Because I'm not just going to be like, I'm doing this. It's, because then you just appear all over the place. Yeah. But yeah, I think having a strategy and always staying true.
Yeah. That's very important.
I think we talked. I think we talked about this before.
Maybe it wasn't. About this.
I know we have because we've been about to.
Y'all, we're going to tell y'all what that means.
We've been about to.
We're going to share with you what that
means. But
means.
Before we started beautyish Radio, you guys know you guys that we were doing beauty, brains, and business. But we talked about when you start feeling depleted and when you start feeling discouraged, return to your why.
Yep.
Why did I do this in the first place? What was the mission? What was the vision behind why you started doing this? Because sometimes people get in and then maybe they get a little stardom or whatever, and they lose sight.
Oh, you're going to lose your
everything.
Why. Everybody loses their why.
Wait a minute.
It's just a matter of for how long you lose your why.
Right.
It might be you can lose it for one day.
One day, yeah.
Well, you just if you're that tightly stitched together, you can lose it for just one day and pull yourself back because you realize this ain't me.
Right.
But then you got people that lose themselves for a while.
And can't
then you got
find
people
themselves.
who lose themselves for a lifetime. And they just go off the deep end.
Right.
Cause that's what I call the 15-minute fame syndrome. You know, so they just lose, they get lost in the in the thick of it. Yeah, lost in the sauce.
Lost in the
yes,
sauce. Right.
Very lost in the sauce.
Yeah. And
that's one thing you have to.
That's a scary place to be. That's a scary place to dig your way out of.
They didn't. You have to keep the mindset that the world didn't make you, so the world can't break you.
Ooh,
and
right.
I carry that like even when I've been in my hardest moments, it's just the world did not make me. The world cannot break me.
Hello.
So when you look at things that way and you keep that mantra at the forefront of your mind, I think it kind of keeps you grounded in the ideology that none of this shit is real. You've heard me say that before.
I have.
And the minute you get too attached to that, you get dropped out of clear air to hit your ass and figure out how you're going to get down.
Absolutely.
And so I've seen it a million times. So no, when it comes to, especially when you do get a little bit of fame behind you, a little wind beneath your wings. Don't get beside yourself, because life will teach you. Life will get you right on together.
Right on. Listen.
Yeah. Life will show you. Life will strip your ass clean.
Take
everything to pick your bones. Pick your bones dry.
Right.
No, I'm dead ass.
It will.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that
and no
it can be gone in a second. Right. When you
no
looking for those people that you
all the people that you sacrificed it for.
Yeah.
No, they're not going to come to save you.
They're
not even going to offer to save you. They're going to watch like hell, but they're not going to offer to save you.
Yeah, because there's always somebody waiting for you to fall.
Right. They if you understand theoretically, a lot of times when you do get a sudden wave of success, they do lift you up just to see you fall.
Yes. Absolutely.
Like they will literally go from "you're the best" to just going dead in on you after they see or hear some kind of gossip or tea, or feel like they see something in observation of you, and they'll just switch on you just like that, because the truth is they don't fucking know you.
Exactly.
So there's no loyalty there. There's no allegiance there. There's no I'm gonna ride for you. There was that quick moment that they saw you on a show, saw you on a or heard your music, heard your CD, whatever.
Right.
We don't do CDs anymore, but you get what I'm saying.
I'm like, CD?
You get it. One time for the CDs.
One time for the CDs.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That
when
it's fleeting.
When it's popular opinion,
it's fleeting.
Jumping on the bandwagon.
And then the minute you make one mistake, or the minute that you don't do what they think, they're gonna show you how they feel about you, which is not very much, because they don't.
They don't know you. And they don't give a damn about you.
And when you couple that with not knowing yourself, holy smacks.
Right.
You have set yourself up for complete failure.
Yes.
I've seen so many people come and go through that arena. Like everybody and their mama comes to me about wanting to be on TV, wanting to do this, wanting to do that. And I'm like, baby, it's not for the weak. You have to be solid as a rock to bounce back from everything that comes with it. The newfound friends, the besties.
Yes. Oh, girl.
The zombies. You thought they was dead a long time ago. They just make
their
way
reemerge
back in and shit.
Hey.
How
you doing? I was just thinking about you.
In a lot of your whole life shifts so quickly. So, and if you, so then going back, let's piggyback off of what we were talking about, relationships. So if you in the thick of that, don't have solid relationships, a grounding, a home base, a rock, a solidness, a solidarity, you're already halfway in the air. Then if you got friendships that are only based on what you have. So in other words, you're buying your friends and your circle of people. Everybody around you is basically
just such a sad place to be in.
Around you because what you do for them or how much you pay them. You couple that with that. So we're touching all that basis here of relationships.
Absolutely.
Then your family is dependent on you, needs you for a lot of things, which most people who are successful in our community end up being that nucleus to the family. So y'all know what I'm talking about there. And then you couple that with you don't know who you are.
It's a disaster.
Baby, you are up so far.
So far gone.
You're gone.
Yeah.
Like you're
exactly.
like you're You're heading to Hollywood, boo. So I talk to people a lot about that. That'll come to me like, so what is it? And I want to do this or I want to do that. Or I'm looking to do this. And did you find that everyone gets harped on? Do you find yourself to be? Do you think that being on that show made you very successful? So I think that that's what they see first. Mm-hmm. They first see the success of it, and they don't think about these layers in between being on there and success.
And who you really are.
Yes, they don't think about that. They just see that.
Like,
they just feel like I want to get on TV to be successful.
I was somebody before.
It's a trade-off.
And I'm somebody now.
Absolutely.
Like, this did not make me.
Absolutely.
So I think, people get caught up in the wrong things.
No, they do.
They focus on the wrong things.
Yes.
And it's like at the end of the day, I am a real person. With real emotions. Yep. You are a real person with real emotions. And so people don't think about, they might think about whatever the things that they say when they're spewing negativity and whatever. I don't respond to that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I know who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm surrounded by people who know who I am. And I don't have to explain ish to anybody.
But is it ish, though?
Is ish.
Yeah, we've been kind of heavy today. But it's something. I think it's a topic like it's fun and life is just cherries and whipped cream when you start to manifest your dreams and you see it. Yeah. But there's layers and pieces in there that are unseen to the public, that are not seen on your social media, that are not seen on your website, that are not seen on your Vitae. Yeah. That are things that you experience and go through, and if you are not solid in the number one, the relationship with yourself and understanding and being unapologetic about it, like not caring that if you are this way, people might not like you or follow you. Who gives a shit? Like I don't like. I'm not gonna lie. I went into that early on, like right when I first started getting on like Insta and I started seeing like Facebook, and I was like, and people were like, if you got these people organically, what can you do if you like get on there and show more of yourself and be more outspoken and more vocal on your social media walls? You could get even more followers. But it's like certain stuff I don't want to do just to have people in my business and in my life. Like I don't that's not gonna make my business any more successful.
Exactly.
Some of the most successful people don't even have fucking social media. So I don't understand that.
We're in that
not
age,
on my personal wall.
Yeah, we're in that age now where people are attached to the personal brand and not the professional brand. But we'll get into more of that. We'll get into more of that on another.
They are. I was talking to Anisha about that earlier.
See, she want to keep going, y'all. We got to wrap this up.
Yeah, no, we're gonna wrap it up. No, I wasn't gonna get off into it. But we definitely.
But we're going to talk about that because that is
happen.
So important. That's a very important topic.
Yeah,
and so speaking of how personal, things get aired out, we're going to talk about our Girls Shut Up now.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and pop that up. And Lydia, I'll let you take this one over.
All righty. Well, this comes from our friends over at the YBF. I've seen this on People and a lot of other platforms too, but it says apparently Safari, which is the ex to Nicki Minaj, told wife Erica Mena that he doesn't want any more kids because she got too big carrying their daughter.
Wow.
So I'm almost positive after I read that, I'm almost positive that they're in it with each other behind that publicness of that. It's one thing to know that behind the scenes, but going back to what we were talking about, going back to behind the scenes, like what's really going on in your life and your relationship beyond what it looked like on the front. So you didn't just figure out that he was very arrogant and very self-absorbed and very obnoxious and very chauvinistic, and you didn't just figure that out. He been wanted you to be fine.
Yeah,
like that's a Jamaican man with the book. He been wanted you to be fine on every different level. They're about that tight body gal.
But it's men in general though.
Yeah, I hear you,
expect you to look the same way after you've had kids. So are you going to get me a nanny, a chef, a personal trainer,
a dietitian,
so that,
number one,
all of it, so that I can maintain all of this?
Nutritionist.
After I've already popped 3 of your babies,
right?
Are you going to do that? And then
listen to her, y'all. She's ready. She's mad at me.
But I'm just saying. But and then on top of that,
I'm finna go get
they body ain't
she got a
looking
finger in my face, y'all.
She
got a finger in my face. She giving it to me. No, where's it? Brandon? David. Cowboy. Yeah, Cowboy. That's Cowboy.
I'm not doing
Cowboy
this.
Cash. Is that his name?
No, it's David.
No,
Country Boy.
Country. That's it.
Yes. Well, but anyway,
Country Boy. Sorry.
But they be the main ones that they ain't even all tight.
Yes.
How about, are you going to have a six-pack at
Right.
65? That's
Right.
what I want to know.
No, give it to a computer. No, but when
While
my sister
you
do
charging
this,
me up.
she's over it. Just
Why you charging me up
That-
about gaining weight?
right. And this.
Is your body tight? You know?
Right. Right.
Is your body tight? You know what I'm saying? Is your body tight? Is your body right? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Why you charging me up? That's so unfair.
Oh, it's
but you want me
extremely
to have
unfair.
your baby.
But you want me to have your baby.
You want me to have your baby. You
Yeah.
want your legacy to carry
yeah,
on.
that's it.
But guess what? Give him
Somebody. Yeah,
a
she
girl.
giving it today.
Shut up.
That's it.
I ain't with
Yeah,
this morning.
She
Okay.
ain't with them shits this morning.
Not today.
But she's not with them shits at all
Okay.
today. I ain't ever in all of the years, look, y'all. Mike is like, "What's happening today?" No, really, Mike is really back
Where's
there
joy?
like,
Right.
I'm
Listen.
scared. I'm fucking scared for my life. Help me,
Listen.
poor Mike. And you didn't get fired today either, Mike. So
Right,
thank you.
Right.
I
I
said,
didn't
"You're doing
fire
good,
me,
Mike."
You know,
I'm surprised you didn't fire him. Your ass came in on the head top. Mike, no. Mike said,
Listen.
"Jesus Christ."
Well, yeah. So that's what it is today. We got a whole lot to talk about next week. We're
Yeah,
gonna
we do.
roll
And
into
what we
this
gonna talk about again?
personal brand versus your professional brand.
Yes.
Yes, we're gonna talk about it next week.
Yes.
Get into it.
Get into
So
it.
yes, as always, Thursdays at 10 a.m. Central Time, guys.
Gotta
and
work.
follow us on official beautyish on Instagram.
Yep.
Woo, woo.
Follow, like, share, comment.
Yes, and if you want to be a guest, sponsor, or advertise with us,
Yep.
email us at hello@beautyish.com.
That'll work.
And yeah, we'll see you next week. And also, do not forget to follow us on YouTube as well. I
Yep.
know we got a lot of instructions for y'all, but y'all know what it is.
Yeah, once y'all get
okay?
used to it, then you
Exactly.
good.
Then you
We
good.
gotta help you get
Exactly. Gotta help you get
there. But
there.
and it's helping.
So,
Y'all
yeah.
are loving it.
Exactly.
Thank
So
y'all for tuning in.
we appreciate you
So
all. So
sweet.
subscribe on YouTube so you
Yep.
guys can get these full episodes, or listen to us on All Things Podcast. And we'll see you next week.